Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Drop Plays YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, October 8th, and we're going to be looking at another matchup in the postseason between the Dodgers and the Padres. A lot of energy in this series so far. The Padres were able to tie it up on Monday night, taking the game in LA. Now they're back at home with a chance to take a 2-1 series lead. I'll have my best game pick for this play, and then my two best player props for the entire slate on Tuesday afternoon. Hope everybody enjoys their Tuesday, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, here's the recap from Monday night. I am recording early. The Tigers and the Guardians are playing right now. Top 9. I mean, Tarik Skubal, man, shover's shove, and Tarik Skubal is a shover. He's incredible. 7 innings, 8 Ks. They're in the top of the 9th right now. Vest did a really good job shutting down the Guardians in the bottom of the 8th. So I think we need to see the Tigers get some runs in the top of the 9th, or it could be bye-bye to them unless Vest comes out in the bottom of the 9th. You cannot let the Guardians win this game after Tarik Skubal just give you 7 innings of scoreless baseball. So hopefully the Tigers can get it done for us. Tigers on the money line is the play against the Guardians. Maybe a live reaction in the top of the 9th if something happens there. We've got Gleyber Torres over 1.5 bases going up against the Royals, and then Carlos Rendon over 1.5 runs going up against the Royals as well. Here's a quick look at the leaderboard. 500 the postseason. We got to be better. Hopefully the Tigers can get us done. Start the day 1-0 here, and then we got the Royals and the Yankees later tonight. But let's take a look at the Padres and the Dodgers. It had to contend with Monday Night Football. It's been a very entertaining series so far. The second game of the series was not as entertaining because the Padres, they got out to the 4-1 lead, then they hit all these home runs. They poured on some runs. They scored 10-plus runs in that game. It did compete with Monday Night Football, but I was able to catch some of the clips of fans throwing trash on the field, throwing trash to the players, and then the Padres guys throwing it back. So I love that kind of energy. I think this series is going to be fantastic. Hopefully it goes the distance. That's what I want to see. We do have a really good pitching matchup in this game. If you're a Padres fan, we have Michael King on the mound for them, coming off of a stellar performance in his last game. For the Dodgers, Walker Buehler. He's going to pitch this postseason. This is a massive mistake for the Dodgers. I'm taking the Padres in this game. Team total over 3.5 runs or 4.5 runs, whatever it comes out at. I've been impressed with the Padres in the first couple games against the Braves and in the first couple games against the Dodgers. They've been able to put up a lot of runs. Whoever's on the mound doesn't really matter. I think if the Padres can get themselves past this Dodgers team, they've got a very, very, very good shot to win the World Series. I'd love to see the Padres win one here. This is going to be a key deciding game. The winner of Game 3 holds a massive advantage, and the Padres are going to go back to Michael King, who hasn't given up any runs in back-to-back starts going up against the Braves and the Dodgers. Over the last 12 innings of baseball, he's only given up 8 total hits coming off a 12-strikeout game going up against the Braves in that wild card game. He looked incredible in that first game of the postseason, and he's looked incredible over the last 9 or 10 games for the Padres. He hasn't given up over 2 runs in 9 consecutive games for the Padres since the start of August. He is the far better arm on the mound because Walker Buehler, this guy stinks. This guy stinks. Ever since coming back from his injury, he's got confidence issues. He's had a couple good starts at the back end of the season against the Braves and the Padres, giving up a run on both those games, but he's coming into the postseason with a 5.38 ERA, 1.55 whip, 3+ runs in 5 of the last 8 games he's been in. He is not a good pitcher. He has not been good. He wasn't good before his injury. He wasn't good after the injury. And against the Padres, he's going to give up a lot of runs. I think this Padres team is going to jump on him early. I think the Padres take this game outright if you want a game pick, but I'm going to take the Padres team total over. I think that's the best play here. They're going to score 4+ runs on Walker Buehler alone. Give me the Padres team total over 4.5. We got runners on the corner. 2 outs. Could happen. 4.5 runs at the play. All right, let's go to the player props. We are going to start with the batting prop. Both props are going to be in the Phillies and Mets game. But we're going to start with Trey Turner, over 1.5 bases, getting a matchup against Sean Manaea. Sean Manaea and the Mets had really turned around the season with the starting pitching about a month ago. I remember saying it on this channel that looks like the Mets, the starters, are getting right before the postseason. Well, it turns out they haven't. They just are back to sucking. Luis Severino, Sean Manaea, Jose Quintana. Those guys, it looked like they were turning around the season at the right time, but now they're all just complete collapse over the last several games. Sean Manaea has given up a total of 10 runs over the last 3 games, going up against the Brewers twice and the Phillies once. In that game against the Phillies, he only gave up 3 hits, but he did give up 3 runs, earned runs, because he gave up 2 home runs in the regular season game. The Phillies have been home run bust kind of start to this series. They did have that triple by Bryson Stott that brought in a couple runs, but it was a 2-run shot by Harper. A solo shot really got them in the game against the Mets, tying that game 3-3. I'm looking for Trey Turner to take 1 yard in this game. I'm going to take him over 1.5 bases. He's got a really good matchup in this one. Going up against Sean. I do think he can hit a home run. Trey Turner on the season. Hasn't been able to hit the fastball very well, but that's okay because we don't have to worry about the fastball really a lot. We will see the sinker 43% of the time, and that is the second best pitch to hit on the year, having a 360 batting average, and it's also his second best slug percentage pitch on the year as well. As you can see, the cutter would be the best pitch for Trey Turner to get, but he's also been decent with the sweeper and changeup, having an at least 260 batting average going up against both of those pitches as well. So this is a really good match for him. I'm going to take him over 1.5 bases, maybe sprinkle on a home run going up against Chaminade as the play there. And for the pitching prop tonight, God, please, Tigers don't blow this 3-0. Had to have been someone at the bottom of the order. No, it wasn't Kerry Carpenter. The 1-0 hitter, baby. Oh, my God. That's huge. That is huge. Wow, wow, wow. We've got the Phillies and the Mets again. Aaron Nola is on the mound, under 1.5 runs going up against the Mets. I'm going to start by saying a couple positive things about the Mets because the bats, they have been alive over the last several weeks. Over the last couple postseason games, the bats have been alive whenever it matters. This season altogether, they've been pretty good going up against a curveball. They've been pretty good going up against the fastball, and they're an overall pretty good hitting team. They do struggle just a little bit going up against right-handed pitching, having a 243 batting average on the season, just below league average. And you would think you don't want to take the starting pitcher going up against this team because they've been so good. However, if you've been watching the Mets over the last several games, it does not matter who is on the mound, what they've seen, what they've been doing. In the first 6 innings, they look like a peewee team trying to hit off of these starting pitchers in the MLB. Once they get past the 6th inning, they turn into the best hitting team in baseball. I don't know how. It might just be postseason magic. It might just them figuring out the starting pitching, or it might just be them figuring out the bullpen later on in the game. But they did score 3 runs in the second game going up against the Phillies pretty early, but whenever Zach Wheeler was on the mound, he went 110 pitches. They didn't even sniff a run. They didn't even get close to a run against him. He went 7 innings. This Mets team, they've been extremely hot in the back end of the game. They have not been hot in the start of the games, especially over the last month of baseball. I'm going to side with Aaron Nola here. He's an elite pitcher. Give me the under 1.5 runs as the play for him. Let's go to the recap graphic. We're going to take the Padres. Team total over 3.5 or 4.5 or 4. If it is 4, I'll probably round up to 4.5. Trey Turner over 1.5 bases going up against the Mets. And then Aaron Nola under 1.5 runs going up against the Mets. That's going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Tuesday, October 8th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.